Hi everybody, Amber here. Welcome back to In Conversation with ATF. My guest today is a very prolific voice actor from Canada. You might know him as the voice of Ed with
Oh,
one
no.
D.
Well, maybe. Yep, that might be him. Yep, maybe.
Okay, well I worded it wrong. Well, I kind of worded it in a bit of a weird way. So I
Oh,
said it Ed with one D.
and that, you know what? And Ed with one D is how I answer to anything, actually. I answer to like, hello, Sparkly. I answer to, hey, you. And then when Double D gets mad at me because I take too much time, he just goes, Ed, shut up.
In Ed and Eddy,
Yeah.
which is a show I remember watching as a kid, but like very vividly because it was years back. It did air in the UK, so that was quite good.
Oh, that's just so beautiful. You know that
Yeah.
we're 25 chickens years old, the show this
What?
year.
Oh
25
my!
years. So you weren't even a frickle in the frackle when this show started, did it? It's not
No,
crazy.
no,
Yeah.
because I'm 20 next
Yeah.
month.
Well, see, there you go. He is 6 years your previous, I guess is how they call it. But yeah, it's been the show that I mean, oh my gosh, what a gift to be able to, like this to continue to meet fans that or maybe in some respects like the newest generation. That because that's what I thought was so beautiful was we always knew the show was popular, but it wasn't until sort of a couple of years afterwards, and then when I started to be out there, running around the planet and stuff and meeting kids in schools and then going to fan conventions, that the true impact of the eds was like forget about it, all I had to say was like, hello, sparklies, it's really lovely to meet you or whatever, and like 10,000 kids in gymnasium would just lose their mind, and it was beautiful. I felt very, very, very grateful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Oh yeah.
sweet.
Well, it's a
Hmm.
show I think that's just I don't know why. It's just keeps there's something about it I think that's just lasted in people's memories, and it's
Yeah.
because you would have just started seeing it, I guess, because like Cartoon Network they sold it to I think it's Disney Plus. No, not Disney Plus, but like what did you see
Boomerang.
like
No, it
Paramount
was
Plus?
on Cartoon Network. It was on
Oh, it
Cartoon
was.
Network.
Oh, okay. So you had Cartoon Network over
They
in the
did
UK.
reruns for a good few years after it
Okay.
ended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so it was
Yeah.
while in the UK.
Right. Well, every day I say thank you for choosing me to be Ed.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My guest has also done shows such as My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, where he voiced the character of Soarin.
Soren,
Um,
that's right. Yeah. Thanks for saving my pie.
hey, nice one. Oh my gosh. Other shows have included Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, where my guest voiced Skibo.
Yeah. Oh my God, you've watched them all. And, I love playing Skibo as well. He's kind of my alter ego. If I could be like anything in cartoon form, I'd be like Skeebs all day.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is that
Absolutely.
Corey Kelly in Being Ian James Collette's
Yes.
show.
Oh, you watched the show too, you said?
Well, I've some of these I've not watched, but I do recognize, of course, Being Ian because I know
Yeah.
Ian James Collette.
Oh,
Um,
one of my favorite people in the entire planet.
he's
Oh,
amazing.
have you interviewed him yet?
I interviewed him for a separate project, but
Okay, perfect.
it wasn't
Good.
for my podcast. It was for a separate project.
Something else. Okay, awesome. Well, he's a good
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, one
definitely.
talented, kooky guy.
Yeah, yeah. Who else is there? Miguel in Finley the Fire Engine.
Yeah, that's right, man. These are. It's funny. My memory bank's going like, oh yeah, Miguel. That's right. And they all kind of
Yeah.
sound a little bit like this. It's weird.
Yeah, it's even weird because like we got a UK cast, so we had like British voice actors, and then there was an American cast, which I don't know what.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
weird how it worked.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
need
you
to
see,
find
so
out.
Finley the fire truck like was an actual a UK actor doing the dub, and Ed was
Yes.
a UK actor doing Ed, or was Ed doing Ed? Was I doing Ed that you heard?
No, it was British actors like dubbing over the original voice track. So it was someone else
Wow.
voicing Miguel. I don't know who it would have been because
Oh,
they
okay.
just
What
credit
about
the
Ed, Ed and Eddie
actors.
though? Like, what about Ed? Was it me? Oh, it was
Yes.
me. Okay.
They
Oh, thank
retain the original tracks.
you. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. When they bring them over from on Cartoon Network, a lot of the stuff on there they don't dub.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, that
It's
makes me
better that way.
happy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like,
Who else is there? Tenderheart Bear in Care Bears, the Avengers
yep.
in Avengers in Care a lot.
That's right. Absolutely. Caring is sharing. That's right.
Oh,
Play the red guy. Yep. Oh, very, very grateful.
oh yeah. It was that.
Well,
Andy the.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. I
Oh,
insist.
well, no, I was just gonna say, like, a lot of these characters, it's like Tenderheart as well. It's all these incantations of essentially me being able to share what I usually most of the time feel, which is a lot of love for people. And
Yeah.
so I'm so glad they've, cast me for, say, Tenderheart as opposed to Grumpy, because, I more show up not grumpy, but, on grumpy days, even I can go, hey, mister, come on, be like Tenderheart.
Who else is there? Andy the Wombat in Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Oh my gosh, you just went back to the files. This is amazing. I even forgot about that guy. That's amazing. Was
Video
that a
game.
video? That was a video game. That's right.
PlayStation 2 game.
Wow. That's amazing. I can't even remember how I sounded. Was
I can't
Australian?
remember.
I think
I
it maybe.
think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll look on behind the voice actors
Yeah. It's
in
probably a
a
very bad
second.
accent of that, of the
That's
Australian
a
kind of thing.
That's okay. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and these are two personal favorite roles that you've done. Ironhide in Transformers
Oh,
Energon.
absolutely. Ironhide. He's kind of my alter ego as well, because it allows me to be like loud and proud and part of the team. So, and hopefully with Transformers still being so popular as well, maybe at one point, you know, Gundam
Yeah,
Seed, that stuff will kind of collide with Ed, Ed and Eddy, and so let's
yeah, and
hope.
it wasn't just Ironhide you voiced Carlos as well in Armada and
That's right.
Energon.
Yeah, my buddy Carlos. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god, this is amazing. And anime fans may know my guest from Gundam Seed, where he voiced oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this wrong because I don't watch anime.
Oh,
Uh
that's good.
is it Kira or Kyra?
You did it right the
Kira.
first.
Kira
Very,
Yamato
very
in
much so.
Gundam
Yeah.
Seed.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yep.
Mm,
And he's a character that continues to like have, popularity because I think they've just released another movie. And so fans that watched the versions that I got to be a part of, same thing. They're just, we get to have a really good chinwag and they're like, oh my God, thanks for playing Kira. And I'm like, thanks for watching. Because if nobody watched cartoons and movies, I wouldn't have a job. So, very, very grateful. It's a
yeah,
win.
yeah.
Yep.
What else is there? Raphael on Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation.
Yeah, yeah, my buddy Rap, absolutely. And I got to play
Mm-hmm.
first in the actual suit for Turtles 3 for the actual
Wow.
feature film.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
so
see,
cool.
this is how old I am, Amber. It was 1993 and it was when the
Wow.
Ninja Turtles were being filmed. So, yeah, yeah. And I was 25. So that's
Oh
how old
my
I
gosh.
am. Mhm.
Wow.
Years ago.
Oh, I'll talk
But
about that a little bit
still
later. Hmm.
incredible adventure. Absolutely.
Captain N in Captain N, the Game Master.
Yep, absolutely. My buddy Kevin, and that started it all for me in doing like relay. So like, your classic Saturday morning cartoons. That was when I got the call and saying, "You're gonna be Captain Nintendo." I'm like, because I'd always watched
Yeah.
like NBC at my friend's house next door and stuff because we didn't have cable. And so it was neat to be able to like have one of my first sort of bona fide, big American shows, be done with one of these characters that
Yeah.
people really loved and enjoyed watching the show. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And of course, what we spoke about before, Stanley in Dino Babies.
that's right, my buddy Stanley. Absolutely, yes.
Yay.
And you said that they have a DVD of it now.
VHS. There was a
Oh, the
VHS
VHS.
release in the UK in the
Ooh.
90s.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna
The
try and get it.
90s. That's
I
wild.
want it. I want it. I want that. Oh, and here's a notable mention. My guest has also been in the film Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, alongside Corey Feldman. My guest played the role of Reggie, and he's most famously known for being brutally eaten alive by vampire prostitutes. My guest is Matt Hill.
It was me. I swear to God. I didn't know I was gonna die in the scene. They didn't tell me. They just said, just like kiss this girl. She turned into be a vampire, and the rest is history. But she was
Oh my
nice. She
god.
was very lovely. Her name's Angie Everhart, and she would, she was a supermodel at the time, and
Hmm.
well, she's still super super. But so it was very awesome to be able to, die at the hands of a beautiful vampiress.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, wow. Hi, Matt. You've got quite the resume on the left side of my screen.
Oh, well, thank you so. Oh, the left side of your screen. Okay, thank you. Look at that resume.
Okay.
That is. Thank you
I got
for,
okay.
like I said, all these years. I mean, I can't believe it. Like I started when I was, well, technically I got my first role when I was 13. And
Wow.
I was playing with Christmas, and I got hired to play Santa's lead elf at the Christmas display in our local town's, Christmas display. And
Yeah.
so, I got jumped right into this world of like performing and acting and using my voice, and so I guess in many ways, boy, it's been an incredible ride, and I can't believe that so many years, like, you know, I know they always say it, it's like, oh my God, it's gone by so fast, but oh my God, it's gone by so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Definitely.
So
Um. So I really wanted to start off by bringing up a show that I'm not sure if you remember doing because this, I think, was just a guest spot on it. Um, Hurricanes, about
oh, okay,
football
yes,
team.
yes. Yeah, that was a guest spot. I can't remember the name of the character. My apologies.
It just
But
says
yeah.
on your Wikipedia page, Indian boy.
Oh,
That's all it
oh,
says. So
Indian boy. So
yeah,
is that? So it's back before he. Yeah. Well, thankfully times have changed because
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
I don't.
obviously did the Indian
I,
voice, but now they would hire an actual Indian.
yeah, yeah. I'm having a look. Well, the reason why that is a special show to me is because of the history behind it. Because it was produced by three different companies. You've got Deek Entertainment, Scottish Independent Television, and then Serial Productions, which is a Welsh company. So it was basically like a US, Scottish, Welsh production.
Oh, so cool! I didn't know
I
that. I just thought it
know.
was deep, but that's so cool.
I know.
Co-productions kind of
I
rock.
know. Yeah, I don't know how it managed to fall into it, but Scottish Television is like the ITV network
Mm,
franchise for Central
mm,
Scotland over here. Serial Productions is a Welsh company that was originally founded by, as we were talking about earlier, Mike Young, who then relocated to LA. They continued Serial Productions without him, so you had like Dave Edwards, Robin Lyons, and Andrew Affiliate. So they kind of did that, and they did like kind of collaborate with a few overseas companies. So I think they did a few stuff with Hanna-Barbera, and of course they did that with Deek and stuff like
yeah,
that. So
yeah.
yeah, it does. It's all coming out of Wales,
That's
and I'm on the
beautiful. And
border to
thanks for
Wales.
that
So
history lesson. That's so
you're
cool.
welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
It's because I live on the border to Wales. So
Ah,
yeah.
there you go. You're a very proud patriot. It's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I think like have you okay, right. Every time I ask someone this question now, like
Yeah,
they always say yes. You've heard of Wrexham FC, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there, geez, I'm just praying. I'm going, don't say yes if you have it, but yes, I have. Yes, I have.
I live 20 minutes away from the stadium ground.
No way. Do you have
Yeah.
ticks? Do you go? Do you go attend games? Do you go to the footy?
I really want to. I really want to. I haven't managed to go to a match, but just like seeing like Will Ferrell and stuff there with Ryan Reynolds, you're thinking, oh my god, this is right down the road from me. This is
Yeah, that's
crazy.
so cool. That
I
that is
know.
actually very cool because, like I said, you got like this sort of, mega people that, are owning the football club that is in your hometown or area, right? That then
Yeah.
you can go and support. And it's like, no, I know that. Oh my God, I know that guy. It's like, wow. That's so
It's
cool.
so awesome,
Uh,
honestly. Just like, and then like I tell everyone, and then like there's a Comic Con in Wrexham as well, and they're like, can you get me to Wrexham Comic Con because I want to go to Wrexham FC? I'm like, sure, yeah, sure, it doesn't bother me.
Gosh, absolutely. Well, if I
Yeah.
ever get to do something else with Ronald Reynolds, then we'll make sure we'll give you a call and be like, hey,
Nice.
get out
Wait,
of
something
it.
else. Have you worked with him before?
Well, no, I mean, very, very secretly, we used to be in the same agency, so it's really we're just friends by that. So we never actually
Oh,
worked together, but
all
yeah, yeah, he's a brother.
right.
He's a brother from the hometown. So
Wow.
every time we run into each other, it's always a hey, Vancouver, yeah, Kitsilano, hey. So so we are brothers from the same agency up here in Vancouver. So that's a good thing. But I just want to phone him. I want to get his number and say like, all right, I'm gonna come to the UK. Let's go to a game.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just having a look another look again. It turns out I think Serial just provided the animation services and like produced the show. It did air a lot in Scotland, so I think that's how Scottish television came into it. But
Wait,
I really
wait.
need to do a video on that, like just the whole sort of, you know, Welsh studios collaborating with American Canadian people. Just like
Yeah.
it would make a good rabbit hole. Yeah, honestly, I need to do that. Yeah, because but that's for another day. That's for me to discuss in a separate video. So Matt, of
Yes.
course I'm gonna bring up Captain N, the Game Master. Now, this is also a special show for me because of course it's a Canadian cast with the exception of one person.
Yep. Yep.
He voiced the
That
Game Boy. Frank Welker voiced the freaking Game Boy.
are amazing.
I wonder
This
how
was so destined. This
it
is so
makes
cool. Yeah.
I don't know how it works, like acting unions over there, like how Frank could work on a Canadian show, because usually I know they have like separate. Is acting or are the acting unions separate for US and Canada?
Well, yes and no, but because we're the same, like we're basically brothers and sisters, and we always support, like for instance, like the SAG after strike, right? In this last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
like Canadian unions, we also supported obviously, and went to picket lines and things like that. And so just so that it's like I don't know, maybe it was like back in the mid '90s, we officially sort of all joined together, and so that might have been partly why even though they're separate unions, if
yeah.
because Frank probably they also probably just wanted to have like a bona fide name on the show, right, to begin with and stuff. So it's very cool to wow, this is bringing back memories, man. He was so fun because he never kind of like he always just phoned his stuff in and he did it recording on his own. So he
Oh
must have
right, so you haven't met him in person then? You've
no,
just
no.
you just know he used to phone in his lap, right? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he would do it in obviously record in LA,
LA, yeah,
right? And we were up in Vancouver. So yeah. And this was way before like all this online stuff, right? So
yeah,
most of the time you couldn't do it if you weren't in physically in the in the
yeah,
studio,
yeah.
you know?
And times have changed, and now I can talk to you. Like, I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
saves
crazy.
me spending over £1,000 on a plane ticket.
No kidding. Absolutely. You get your favorite comfy chair, you got some cool, cold snacks and stuff like that, and you're
I'm
you're
like
good to go.
clapboard.
Absolutely. Good copper, by the way.
Yeah,
Very good.
thank
So,
you. Yeah, so it's just crazy how technology has evolved, like over the past few
yeah.
years and
Cool.
stuff like that. And it is quite cool. Yeah. Um. So Matt, I'd love to know how you got started in the business. Now we've got to make it quick, unless do you want to cut it here? I don't know because it says at the top of my screen remaining meeting time 5 minutes. We've done 40 minutes already.
Holy moly. That's crazy.
No,
Um,
yeah.
how do you want to do it? You tell me. Do you want me to the quick?
Uh, Go on. I'll ask you a different question, and then I can
Okay.
ask you. We'll restart the meeting then,
Okay.
and then I'll ask you a different question.
Okay,
Um,
beautiful. Okay.
Right. So, Matt, I've got to
Yes.
ask about Dino Babies. Of course, Sue Blue voice directed you. Did she come up to Canada and voice direct you, or was it like over Source Connect?
No, because we didn't even have Source Connect yet. I mean, or if we did, it was very basic at that point. So yeah, the lovely Suzie Blue always came up to Canada, and just such a lovely soul, and she's just a firecracker, and yeah, I miss her. I haven't seen her for a few years, so but maybe I will try and reconnect with her next time I'm down. I think she lives in San Diego. No, not San Diego, Palm
Yeah, I
Springs or
think
something.
she lives like out in the mountains
Yeah, out in the
in
desert for
California.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So
Well,
yeah, yeah,
tell you what, I'm in touch with her, so I'll tell her you
Oh,
said hello.
please say Maddie Hill says big, 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 big hugs and stuff because she's, oh, yeah. She's one of the
I
reasons
will.
I got cast in so many things too. Because, you know,
Oh,
like you have these people that you get to work with, but then they go like, no, 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 let's get you in for this too. And, so I'm just like, oh, thank you, thank you. You know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Please give her my best.
I
Absolutely.
will do. I will do. And
Yeah.
another person I admire who is unfortunately no longer with us, but I believe you worked with him on a few projects, Long John Baldry.
Oh, long job. Wow. You really are a fan. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
watched too
man.
much Sonic the Hedgehog.
No kidding, eh? Well, it's funny. I was secretly a fanboy because I loved his music because of all this, just
Yeah,
all the
because he's involved
English
with Elton John
side of
and
things,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so, but he was just if the one thing that was a lasting legacy for him, he was just such a kind English gent, no airs about him, just like basically like, tell it how it is. Yeah, he was great. He dropped a few F-bombs every once in a while. He was very polite, very, well placed, and just a consummate professional. So it was very cool, because I'm a huge music fan. So for me, those connections into sort of like that side of the business have always just been for me, I'm that guy in the back going, like, oh my God, that's Eddie Van Halen. Or, oh my God, that's Brian May. Oh, and remember, I have a Brian May story that I'll have to tell you when if we run out of time. Okay, because it's at a premiere of a movie that I did in England that
Yeah.
we had a premiere there, and Brian May, I think, gave me one of the greatest gifts from a superstar that
Really? Oh, tell me. It's okay. We got 2 minutes. We can squeeze
Oh,
it
okay.
in.
Ooh, okay. So we were at the premiere of it's a movie called A Monkey's Tale, and it was an animated feature,
Yeah.
the last hand-drawn one, and it was released in England because we did everything in England. And Brian May was at the premiere with his daughters or with his kids. I can't remember if he has boys or girls, but I was behind them going like, "Oh my God, that's Brian May." And then I realized they were coming into the screening theater at the same time I was. And after the movie I get this tap on my shoulder because we all got introduced as our characters because I played one of the lead guys, and I get this tap on my shoulder, and then I do the slow turn and go up about 10,000 feet because he's so tall, and then I hear this guy going like, "Hey, Mike, you did a rock star job, doing this voice of this character." I played Calm, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. You're Brian May. And he's like, yeah, that's me. And the only thing I could say in return was like, I just love your guys' music. And, I'm sorry that Freddie passed away, but I'm just keep doing the music. And he was just like, thanks, Mike. So I've never forgot that because he didn't have to come up and say I did a great job, right? He didn't know me from whoever, but it just really made me feel like, okay, these people who you think may not be approachable, they actually are incredible people. And it was in the right setting. So, he was able to go like, hey, nice job, man. You made my kids laugh. And so for me, I was just like, yeah, thank you.
Aw. I
Yeah.
nearly started crying when you were talking about A Monkey's Tail, only because like I was like, what, that Monkey's Tail? It was very popular, yes, in the UK, but I didn't realize that you were in it. I mean, I know of the cast. John Hurt was in it.
Yeah.
Rick Mail was in it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Rick Mail. Like,
See, and that's where I fanboyed when I met Rick, because I was just like,
you know Rick Mail!
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my
What
gosh!
a cool bloke, I tell ya. Yeah.
Oh
And
my
that's where, so like at the premiere, when we went to the after party thing, that's like, so like Rick and whatchamacallit and Brian were, because they're best mates, right? And well, you know what I mean? They're both superstars. And so that's where I just felt like such an idiot
oh
walking by because
my
I wanted to just sit down and have more beers or whatever with them. And, and, oh, but I just had more fun just like, just watching them from afar.
I know it just gets better. Like Michael Gambon, who we recently just
Yeah.
lost, was in it, and Sally Ann Marsh as well. She was in it as well. Yeah, she did.
Is
She's done a
Sally
lot of
Ann
things.
still doing stuff? She's got a beautiful voice. Great,
Yeah,
great actress.
she's still doing stuff. Yeah, she's done
Doing stuff.
so much. Yeah,
Wow,
she's
wow.
yeah, she did that. Of
Because
course.
this is where like I feel such a gift because I'm so glad that the movie was as popular as it was because it was, oh my God, it was so beautifully done. I love that they trusted me to do the voice of Calm, obviously, and so it allowed me to do these. these productions like overseas too, and so
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
and
Paul
you know,
Dobson was in it.
Paulie Dobson. Have you Paulie's one of my like oh my God, I've known Paulie for like 30 years, so it's absolutely.
Oh,
We
wow.
just the last thing we did together was Dino Trucks, so that's the one that's on Netflix.
Oh,
He
oh,
plays a
that's
very evil Dino Trucks. So
oh.
yeah.
I've not had him on my show, but I've had his brother
Oh,
Michael on my show.
no
I love
doubt.
Michael. He's absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
God, Mike, you
He's
interviewed Mike
Starscream.
Dobson? Oh, yeah. He's one of my
Okay.
best friends in the entire planet. Mikey Dobson. Yeah, he
I
just
know
lives in
he's
Red
so
Rock.
great.
Yeah, I'll probably hopefully see him in the next few weeks.
Oh,
So
that's
we've been
so
trying to get
cool.
together. Well, because his
Oh,
his firstborn daughter just had a baby, so so him and his wife are grandparents again, and
oh
so
my gosh. I
yeah,
never knew. I get with
yeah,
whoa.
cool.
What? No.
Totally. Yeah, yeah. You're like, congratulations, Mike. He's like, how did you know?
Oh, but I'm gonna have to congratulate him now. And be like, oh yeah, how do you know? I'm like,
Please do.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah,
anyways.
he's well, Mikey
That's
Dobson. He's
awesome.
just like he's like good people.
He
He's
was
like
born in the
he's
UK.
yeah, yes, he did. Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
Oh
Absolutely.
my God. Like I love the sort of Canadian pool of years. Like I love the American pool, but like the Canadian pool, like a lot of them were born in the UK. I think Gary Chalk was from the
Yep,
UK before he
yep,
moves to
yep.
Canada, which
More
is
to
quite cool.
Gary. Yeah.
He's
Him,
great.
him and his
Yeah.
wife they just live like literally up the road from me, so it's I see them all the
Oh
time.
my gosh.
Yeah. So next time I
Wow.
see him, I'll be like, "Hey, Gare, Amber says, hey, from the UK."
I was going to meet him at TF Nation in 2022, but
Yeah.
my
Well,
brother
hopefully
was
you'll meet.
getting married the same
Oh,
weekend, so I couldn't go. No.
well, marriage, Gary Chalk, you need to.
Yeah, it was just I've had Richard Newman on.
Rich, my God, Rich.
I've
Even
had the,
did you ever see Sushi Pack ever?
I
No,
don't
was
think
it
I did.
Sushi Pack?
I can't
Was
remember.
geez, I'm not forgetting the very name show. But no, what were they called? Super Duper Sumo. Sorry.
Super Duper Sumo. I've heard of that,
Yeah.
but I've not seen it.
Okay, so Richard Newman was in that, and I was too. That's why I remember it. But Richard Newman played this character was basically like his version of like Mr. Miyagi. That to this day, oh my God, he's amazing. He's got a great voice, great guy, good human, good people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And also David Kay as well. I've had on my show.
Oh, my buddy Dave, and his voice is just
I
it's
know. Like all these
golden
people are
tones
just
of
so magical.
awesomeness. He's a
I love
one
it.
hell of a nice guy too.
I know,
Absolutely,
yeah,
good
definitely.
guy.
And I've got to go back. I'm so sorry. I've got to know. How did your interaction go when you met Rick Mail? I'm so intrigued.
Oh, well, like I said, it was like I knew of him. I didn't know all the shows until obviously then I was like, oh my God, he's been and then other people were going, dude, this is his deal right here with
It's
this
the
show.
guy from Bottom.
Yeah, exactly. But he was one of the zaniest but friendly and incredible energy. Yeah, I mean, I feel it's funny. I realized how powerful the being able to be in this room with these guys has impacted my life because I never forgot it, and because like that, it's like I don't know. I just feel like we're all here to connect, and when people that we get to do what we get to do ask to connect, that's why I always
Yeah.
try to say yes the best of my ability because like someone was really kind to me, giving me my first start, and big superstars like Brian May and other people have
Yeah.
said like, "Hey man, you're doing a great job. Keep going." So I just keep going.
Did you meet Michael Gambon at the rap party?
Oh, 100%. Well, like, yeah, the day that I think it was the second day
Hi.
I think we had three principal days of recording, and I think
Yeah.
Michael Gambon came in the second day that I
I
was
presume
like,
you recorded solo.
yeah, like me and Sally did most of our stuff together. But then when he came in, I think I had two scenes with him, or one scene. Anyhow, he was there, and I remember I'm like, oh my God. And I think he'd just become a sir as well. So, and oh no, it was John Hurt that was a sir at that point, wasn't it? Either
I
or.
think
They,
so,
they were
yeah.
both rock stars, man. It's just great.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never
I
met
know.
Michael York because he didn't come to the premiere, so
Oh, did you not? Oh man.
no,
Oh,
no.
you met everyone else and just
I mean,
like,
everyone else.
wow.
Oh,
Just
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
but this is what we get to do. So I'm feeling very
Yeah,
grateful.
I never knew that. I never knew that you met all those people. And
Yeah, yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
that has
Yeah.
made my evening.
Oh, well, I'm so glad because this is like for me, these are lost gems that the guy truly like the people who produced it and put it together, they
Yeah.
knew it was gonna be the last hand drawn, like fully hand drawn, hand animated. So every cell hand drawn that was ever going to be made into a film, at least through, from their company at least. And so for them, it was a big deal that they tried to impact the fans with just a beautiful story, and I think they did such a wonderful job. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
and they won a
definitely.
bunch of awards, which I'm so happy for them too, because like that, it's a confirmation of trusting the work and what they were doing and putting it together. So
Yeah.
thank you, producers of A Monkey's Tale. Thank you for
Yay.
having me.
I can't
Thank you.
remember who made it. I need to try and remember. I
Uh,
think it was a French company who made it.
yes, it was a French company. I remember. I think the
Miracle Communications
yeah,
did the UK language version. I'm
oh, did
trying to
they?
find
Okay,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Apparently
Ah,
so.
my
Miracle.
brain is just mush on the name of like the producers, but oh my God,
Uh,
they were amazing people.
Directed
Um,
by Jean-Francois
oh
Lagiani.
yes, yes, Francois. He was yes, I think because wasn't he was the animator, I think, or maybe he was the one of the
Yeah.
producers.
Oh wow, Norman Hudis wrote
Yes,
it as
Norman.
well.
Oh my God, Norman.
Oh
He
my gosh, like
you're
I
keeping
know
me.
Norman.
You know
I
Norman?
I
No.
don't know
Yeah,
personally, but I know
yeah,
him
yeah.
because he wrote the first six Carry On movies before being
Yeah,
replaced by Talbot Rothwell.
yeah, yeah. Ah, brilliant, man. Yeah, yeah. He is
That
one
is awesome.
hell of a cool Brit. Absolutely. And I hope he's
Yeah.
still because I hope he lives to be like 200 years old. Because actually, I don't even know how old he was when we did our stuff, but he was a bit older than me. But hopefully he's alive and well and healthy and doing stuff. Yeah, we.
Matt. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sir, good.
Well, Matt, I've got some bad news for you.
He passed. Yeah.
In 2016.
I kind of, yeah, yeah. Well, he was probably in his, oh, he's probably in his 80s when we did or his late 70s when we did A Monkey's Tale. So
Yeah, I think he was in his late 70s. Yeah.
see, when we did A Monkey's Tale, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But he had the spirit of like an elf. He was just like, so I'm glad he got a long life because does it say how old he was when he passed?
It says he was 93.
Okay, there you go. That's a pretty darn good life.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
he wrote the
absolutely.
first six Carry On films. That was Sergeant, Nurse, Teacher, Constable, Regardless, and Cruising. That's
I
quite cool. Wow.
I wonder if there's a way to get like there's got to be distributor that still has a copy of A Monkey's Tale because I'd love you to see it if there's at all possible. But I never actually even got a copy because it was in the theaters. But then I think when they put it into video, I don't know, I was just on to other things or whatever. But if you ever get a chance to watch it, I think you'd
Mhm.
well, especially all the other actors that you love in it as well. So it's a good
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, it was released on VHS in the UK.
There you go.
I'm looking at it
If you
now.
come across a copy, pick it up and have a look. And I think
Oh,
hopefully
there's
you
a
enjoy it.
song from Westlife in it.
Oh
Westlife sung a song for it. Wow.
yeah,
Okay, this is
yeah,
quite cool.
yeah. Well,
Westlife were
yeah,
huge in the
they were
UK.
huge, weren't they?
Uh,
Are they still
yeah.
huge? Like, are they still doing stuff? Or are they
I
like,
think they disbanded, but the members are still around.
that's what happens, hey? They're just like, all right, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
they
off
did.
into this solo project.
Here we are. Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Wait. Hey, they disbanded in 2012, but they came back in 2018. Yay!
Yes.
Yeah,
So there's a chance you could go see them.
I know. Oh yeah, because I don't know if they're still touring or not. Like I don't know, because yeah, Brian McFadden was in it, and Keanu Egan I've heard of. Yeah, a few
Mm,
others. And
yep,
Shane, I think
yep,
I've heard of. I don't know. Just having a look. Yeah, just all these people are just like it's just like all massive, like a
yep,
circle in it. When did
yep.
Westlife last go on a tour? Um, Westlife recent tour. This is like what I'm looking up now. Like I wouldn't have thought. Um, what's it? Oh, they went on tour last year.
Oh, there you go.
I
So then that
missed
means
them.
hopefully they'll have a tour in a theater near you soon.
Oh shoot! Oh, okay, okay, okay. Matt, Matt, you're not gonna believe this. Westlife are
Yes.
going on tour, and in March, guess where they're gonna be? Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, oh my gosh. So you either have to fly to Toronto and go see them, or I have to, but you probably will first because that's Toronto's on the other side of the country for
I'll
me.
be in LA when it's happening. Oh
Well,
man.
maybe you'll get a chance to be able to go to Toronto and you could do like an overnight.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, just because they went on tour last year.
Yeah,
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 because
yeah.
yeah, they did. Well, I think they did. Yeah, the UK. Yeah, in 2022 they did, and then they did like the rest of Europe and like they did Asia in
Um,
2023. So that's quite cool.
Beautiful.
I know. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Right. Here's a topic I want to touch down on:
Okay.
Transformers.
Yes.
Now, of course, me being the geek I am, I have DVDs and a lot of them. Don't help. I have like, oh man, right, hang on, I've got to look. Right. This.
Oh wow.
The collector's edition.
Yep. Yep.
Um, that's quite cool. I've got volume 1, volume 2,
Wow.
volume 3,
That's kind of a big
volume
deal.
4.
Wow. Nice work.
Yeah, thank you. I've got
That's
them
pretty
over the
awesome.
years. I
Absolutely.
know. So I've got to ask. Of course, we lost him. At the end of 2020, I think it was like sort of like a few, nearly a year before after I got Transformers. Yeah. Anyways, Kirby Morrow,
Mm,
who voiced Rad. Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
a little bit about your time with him working on Transformers Armada. I presume.
Mm.
Well, I mean, did you record solo for that? Because it was an
For
anime.
yeah, for the anime stuff, we go in solo, but we're always there like at the same time, or thereabouts in terms of say being at the actual studio premises.
Yeah.
But I actually spent more time with Kirby when we did the 44 episodes of Turtles Mutation
Oh yeah, because he
for
was in that as
for
well,
Fox
wasn't he?
Kids. Yeah, because he was Mikey. He played Mikey, and so for me, our brotherhood was formed right there because he was one of the kindest, most generous souls I've ever met in my life, and yeah, I miss him immensely. He yeah. His light got burnt out a little too soon but I guess it all has a strange way of working itself out. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe I don't even know how many years now. It's like four. It's been
I think
four
he
years.
passed away in 2020. He did.
2020. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
him
I
and
had a look.
Mike Dobson are really great friends too. So it's
Yeah.
like because Mikey played Leonardo in Turtles Mutation too. So that's how me and him and Kirby got to be such great friends. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
rest
because
in peace, Turtle Bro.
he
Yeah,
would have. I would love to have him on the podcast.
yeah.
Like, just
Oh,
talk about
he would have had a
Rados.
good interview. Absolutely. Well, because
Yeah.
he's like me and other people where it's just like he was all about saying yes. How can I help? Or what do you need? Or whatever. And so I know 100%. If you would have reached out, he would have been that guy going like, yeah. How can we figure out when? And where some actors are a little more private about sort of like maybe talking to a bunch of fans and stuff. He for him it was the more the merrier because he is just such a people
Yeah.
person. So yeah, he was a bright, bright, talented light of a man. Absolutely.
Yeah. I am. I was looking at thing. I didn't realize that his because I remember when it was announced that he passed away and like no one knew what had happened, but it turns out like he was suffering from substance abuse. I don't know if that was alcohol or drugs. What? No,
Yeah.
drugs.
Mhm.
And then his body could not keep up with it. It
Yeah.
just fine. His body gave up and just.
Yeah.
I think he was only 47 as well. That's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! Like his
Yeah.
resume is amazing, and yours is amazing, and like everyone. Oh my! Like you're all just like a massive family, and I presume
Mm.
obviously the
Oh
heartbreak you
yeah.
must have
Well,
felt
well,
when
that's the
he
thing, right?
passed
Because
away.
you just nailed it. It's like they're not only great people, but we truly become like a second family together because for when we get to work on so many different things together, it's like you really do see each other sometimes more than your own family, and
Yeah.
so yeah, and I mean, we're all making voices and making characters and filming for long hours or recording for long hours, and so it always has this beautiful tone of like just like togetherness, and so
Yeah.
yeah, when someone passes, it's a big deal, and just as much as it's a big deal, like when one of our artist friends or whatever gets married, or has a
Yeah.
baby, or has their fifth grandchild,
Look at you,
or
Michael.
whatever, it's like yeah. Well, I'm so old, I
Yeah.
could probably have a great grandchild, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know, this I think with I think COVID also, I think really helped a lot of people who maybe were going to go off a certain path. It really helped them to just, because we had to stop doing what we were doing, right? and
Yeah.
and I mean, sadly, like, there's obviously different ways of looking at it, but I think that with my heart, that as much as it's sad that Kirby's not here, maybe his body was also saying, hey brother, we can't do this anymore. And so, and it hurts, but when our bodies say enough, we're done, and so, like, I had some health issues in the last couple of years that I saw the pearly gates a few nights, and it was very eye-opening in terms of going, okay, like, be here now, and like, share with people, and say yes more often, and hug people more, tell people you love them more, and just like, just yeah, be the best version of you that you could possibly be, so
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
yep, so so for me,
Yeah.
every time I get asked to do something, I'm more on the side of saying yes, how can we do it,
Mm.
and when can we do it, and so
Yeah.
I feel grateful, but thanks for watching the shows all these years, and and I'm
Yeah.
so stoked to be back in person with people too, because like, not only COVID, but then there was a couple of years where I was busy doing other things, when
Yeah.
I was running around North America, which had its own brilliance, and being with kids and people.
Yeah.
But then being away from it for a bit, and then now in this last like year and a half, being back to, say, fan events, and being asked to do more podcasts and stuff is, oh my God, it's like I'm like, I'm spent with energy at the end, but I'm so grateful because it's been such enlivening, lifting energy, and so
Yeah.
100%. So I made a pact with God saying, okay, I was supposed to go to heaven a couple times, but I'm not going to go for a long, long, long time now. So I'm gonna stick around for a long time. Be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're here today, Matt.
Me too.
Not just
Thanks for
on the
chatting.
planet, but like on this Zoom chat.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for you. You're a bright light. It's like,
Thank
that's why I can
you.
see why people go like, hey, absolutely. So, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So what else
Aw.
can I share with you? What else do you want to know?
I
That
was
it?
wondering how
Like,
much
we're
time
good.
how much time have you got left?
We got maybe 5 minutes. Is that okay? Because I
That's
gotta
fine.
to work.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Well, in that case, right,
Okay.
we'll move on to the final topic of the
Dun.
chat. Bum, bum, bum. So tell me about the time you got eaten by a vampire prostitute in that film with Corey Feldman.
Oh my gosh, I love that you go back. You go back to that. That's so great. It was actually so much fun, and it was so technical because not only did we obviously, I'm in real life here with a beautiful gal that is also a vampire. We had to
Yeah.
make sure, like you're acting, but at the same time, um, so it's enjoying the moment, and then at the
Yeah.
same time, it was so technical. So, like, for instance, like when the kiss would come in, because this was early CGI as well. So that, because
Yeah.
you and the tongues went,
Yeah.
really and stuff. Well, we did the first day of filming, then we did the second day of filming, and then
Yeah.
we had the kiss. But then all
Mhm.
the next scenes had to be shot in LA because that's where they did the CGI for it. And so, so
Ah, right.
I always say I got to spend a week with Angie Everhart again, just like getting kissed, my heart getting kissed out by a vampire. So, I mean,
Mm.
greatest job in the world.
And what was Corey Feldman like? What was it like to work with him?
Oh, Corey's a good guy. He's Corey's Corey, right? Like, he's child actor, so he's been in it a long time. But it was just, yeah, it was just fun, and at that point too, we're just like, I mean, both young guys at the time. right? So we just like did our lines, had fun, went home, and I mean, I was never part of sort of like any, say, like the party scene or anything like that, but I wouldn't have been interested in it anyhow. So, but I'm just glad that, say, for him too, as a human being, I'm glad that he's got his life back, and he's got health, and so I heard what is he in a band now or something? He's
Not
like,
sure.
I think so. Yeah. I think he's got a band now. It's like an 80s revival or something. I don't know, but
Ooh.
you Google him, but yeah, so anyhow, it was fun to just, all these roles have a reason and a season and a timing,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. Well, Matt, thank you so much for having a chat with me. I'd love to have you on again someday for a part two, or if we do it in person. I don't mind, but honestly, oh, sorry, it cut out.
Absolutely. Oh, no, no, no. I'm saying, yeah, part two. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet.
Absolutely. Well, it was my honor and my pleasure. And anytime, Amber Superstar.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me, Matt. Where can we find you on the net?
On the net, if you go, matthill.com. So if you go matt-hill.com,
Yep.
you can find all my stuff. And, if you're interested in some of the shows and the roles, and this year I'll be adding probably where I'm going to be for conventions. So
Oh,
I'll start putting that on my, because I'm horrible at updating things, but I've made a commitment that, okay,
mhm.
people want to
Oh,
know.
that's
So
cool.
that's where they go. So yeah, so matt-hill.com, and then you can get all the other stuff I've gotten to do in my life that I feel super grateful that yeah. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, in
Yeah,
that case, I'll get
absolutely.
all that linked in the description to you at home. Thank you so much for watching this episode of In Conversation with ATF featuring the lovely Matt Hill. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did filming it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you around.
You're a
Okay,
rock star.
thank you, Matt. Bye. And cuts. Bye, everyone.
See you later.
Yay.